Hey peeps, how's it going today? Well, we survived a wild weekend, didn't we? Um, just popping on um, a little bit here today to really drive home, I think, what happened yesterday. And I hope everybody else sees it too. Um, that group that wanted to push Biden out the way, which we've been watching for weeks. And again, I said, yeah, you heard the rumblings before the debate and all. And I had to wonder if some of that was legit or it was just some of that, bot farm disinformation stuff. Because, I mean, nobody had said it earlier. And people always griping about his age. But it's like, we knew. But then after the debate, man, they just ramped up. And the owner, I call it the owner class, all of those up above all of us commoners. The donor class, the Beltway class, the chatter class, all just pounding Biden into the ground. And they had their own agenda, but like AOC and many others in um, the Dem side that were in these meetings, like they had no plan and they didn't want Harris. And that group just got owned yesterday. Think about that, people. Think about that. They thought, in our initial reaction, a lot of us who were very upset when we saw what Biden did, not because of what he did, but why it came down, that shakedown on him. We were mad about that. And we were mad because we all saw what was going on. We all saw the shakedown. And it was BS. And we knew there was nothing there. Biden Harris ticket. We would go with Harris, of course, but we knew that they on the back end wanted something else. And we weren't having it. And we were all anxious about that chaos that they were trying to create, which just left an open window for the white Christian nationalist fascist movement on the GOP side. They are not traditional Republicans anymore. They went full MAGA, people. This is no bullshit. Um, and I think that again, I said it yesterday. This is where the anxiety came from. We all saw what was playing out, and we were ticked and we were pissed that they bullies kind of won. And Biden, he made a smart play in how it came down on his end. And the timing was Jeff's kiss. Perfect. Um, as we have seen. I mean, it was really good timing. Like I said last night, he's clever, that one. But I think the biggest thing we need to remember is that group that, got on board with the shakedown to do what they did. They got owned yesterday. We did that. Because by the end of the day, as I watched things play out and everybody else watched things play out, everybody rallied around Harris. He gave us our assignment and we rallied. They raised a shit ton of money. I was seeing the numbers. The majority of Dems have endorsed her. Countries have endorsed her. 2 big unions have endorsed her. A lot of governors. I mean, everybody's jumping on the train. We got our assignment. And I don't think those who were involved in the shakedown, I don't think they anticipated that the people would stand up in this grassroots organic way, as Biden told us to do. Hey, she's the ticket now. Just her. She's the ticket. I mean, yeah, we'll have a VP, but it's her. And got over our initial freak out of what happened and how this played out. And we rallied. And people came together, which I don't think they expected that. And I think they thought they could weasel in some snookered plan and whatnot. And I think they just got owned. They just got owned. And now they don't know what, you know, all those donors that were withholding money now are, oh, we're going to write the checks. Yeah. They were probably feeling like, oh, the people don't have the power. They've kind of given up, and we beat them down long enough, and they're resigned to. We can snooker whatever we want in there. Oh no, we're back in our ticket. It was a Biden Harris ticket, and now it is a Harris ticket with whomever she chooses. And we are behind that. Again, if you look at history, anytime we have had chaos and turmoil and crisis, people have stepped up the majority of the time. Sometimes not as much as it should have been. 2016 women. But when we've had big issues come down like this with Project 2025 and the white Christian nationalism and the violent extremism of the GOP now and the far right movement, people are seeing. And I was thinking about it last night when I'm, listening to my podcast. I was listening to I would suggest you go watch it. It's free on YouTube. iHeartRadio, Molly Jung Fast is doing the Project 2025 series. I highly suggest y'all take a listen. But I'm watching things play out, and I was mostly on Threads, but I'm seeing from the beginning people's anger about the shakedown and how this came down and the respect for Biden. But then something else started coming in where people were like, all right, we got the assignment. He told us what to do. He told us how to get on board. And we got to do our part. And everybody was coming together and stepping up. And I don't think the perpetrators over there, I don't think they anticipated that. I think they thought they beat people down enough. And I think they just got their ass handed to them. No, they didn't. And I am really very pleased to see that, because they needed a little bit of comeuppance for the shit they pulled. And I did see, I just watched a clip of the panels on MSNBC just to see which way the wind was blowing today for them. Oh, of course, Rachel Maddow's back, touting Biden and all these accomplishments. Like, where were you all? And everybody was doing it. And I only watched a little bit, and I like, you've been beating him into the ground for weeks, and now all of a sudden you're back on his damn side. I'm sure I've seen some other posts that the media's, going back to, just allowing Trump in the door and starting to beat this new thing down. But I think people are in a different place now. They see what those who have influence and power and money are doing to us, or trying to do, because it's all about the taxes. They don't want that sunset on that tax cut. They want them pennies. And they want everything else. And they think they can control that monster, and they don't realize they can't. They're that damn butt blind. Hitler, again, people, Germany, 1930s. Money will buy you a ticket away from here, but not the rest of us. And people are done tired of this crap. And I'm thinking that there's the enthusiasm there. I mean, I'm really feeling it from what I'm seeing from people. And I do hope it continues, but those shakedown artists, they got their ass handed to them. And I think that was quite something. And it was beautiful to see, because we still do have the power, people. Don't forget it. You just got to do something with it. Hope is it's a 4-letter word that's hollow if it doesn't have action behind it. Yeah, you can sit there and hope till the cows come home, but if you don't have action behind that hope, it's hollow. It's empty. It doesn't mean anything. So, to have hope, you must also have action. And we have We have our marching orders now. We had them before with the Biden Harris ticket, and we still have Harris on that ticket. And we got to back that play if we want any semblance of our country surviving. And she's capable, and she's a badass, and she will get it done. So, again, people, remember, don't just sit there and hope. Hope with action. Hope with getting engaged, getting involved, registering to vote. I said about how the GOP-led states like to do that trickery and purge the rolls right around that time. It's on the wire, so people can't go re-register because of the 90 days. Go, check, register, get everything in, get going, because this is literally the last shot we have, and we have a united front and an enemy in front of us we need to go after. And it's easy pickings over there. It's easy pickings with all the chinks in that armor. So just remember, we the people stood up. We got the call, and we backed that play. Look what we can do when we come together. So the owner class, again, they just kind of maybe shot themselves in the foot a little bit, and they got to take a step back. Oh, I'm sure they'll try to throw the wrenches in there. Surely, because, corporate media and whatnot. But we have the power. We can turn that off. We can tank their subscribers. We can tank their viewership. We don't have to buy that bullshit. We have the power. And I hope this reminds everybody that we still have it. And we can take it and we can use it for a good cause, which is saving our own damn skin. We all got skin in the game now, folks. So I was just kind of happy to see that those bad actors got a little comeuppance. And I'm glad to see that people paid attention. So let's carry that enthusiasm forward. Let's get on point. Let's get on message and help this get over the finish line. Shall we? Have a good one. Peace out.